something on Ideal Milk, on the promotion they are running. We are doing so many things. So you get to hear these things. Like when we're going to Ankasi, we had to advertise it. I mean, somebody say, are you a radio station? Why are you still advertising? But we still had to advertise so that people get to know about it. So in today's world, if you are in a business and you want to just stay in your own corner and say, okay, I'm doing it here. Yes, word of mouth can actually carry your business, but it's important that you get it online as well. And that's how come we have a number of influencers, a lot of people online who are now, by virtue of their numbers and by virtue of the fact that they're able to command a certain audience online, running advertisements. But let's not forget that we live in a country where some of these advertisements are guarded. So, or should I say, they are guarded and guided as well. Now, if you take radio, for instance, you can't just go and sit on radio and run any advertisement. No. Especially when it has to do with food and things that get inside the body, like food, drinks, and all those things. Exactly. They are the authorities that are supposed to give you that permission, the clearance for you to go ahead and do those things. If you listen to us play, maybe you watch TVs like TV commercials, you listen to adverts on radio and you hear this ad is FDA approved. Yeah, even fancy apples. Exactly. It's not just there. Do you get it? They don't just place it there and say this ad is FDA approved. It means that it's gone through a process and it's been approved by an authority that has that power to approve such products. I remember not too long ago, it was this advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Food and Drug Food and what a long thing. Yes. And then they changed it to the this FDA approved. Exactly. And people were like, but what's the difference? It's basically because radio advertisement has to do with time. Exactly. Like typically either 30 seconds or 45 seconds. So if you have to say that long thing and say this commercial has been vetted and approved, it will take the time. Exactly. Yes. And advertisers will have to pay more for that. That's what I'm trying to say. Advertisements are very important, but like I said, they are guided and guarded. You don't just go ahead and run things on radio. Unfortunately, we find ourselves in the media space where radio stations and media houses want to survive, so they don't really care about what they're advertising. They don't really care about who is bringing in what for them to advertise. At times, you listen to advertisements on radio and go like, really? Like, how? There are certain things you feel shouldn't even be advertised on the radio. Exactly. There are certain things you ask yourself, how did this even get there? And you think these shouldn't even be advertised. Do you get it? But unfortunately, whoever is supposed to take charge of that, the authorities who are supposed to check on some of these things, sorry to say, some of them have gone to bed. They are sleeping, and these things are running. And even though as media houses, we owe it a responsibility to protect our listeners. We are not just here to entertain, educate, and inform them and all that. We also have a responsibility to protect them. Exactly. That's how come you wouldn't just hear any advert on YFM. Exactly. Because me, for instance, when it comes to the digital space, there are so many who come to me and they want me to advertise stuff for them. I tell them, I'm sorry, I can't do this. It's either it doesn't sit well with me, or my position doesn't allow me to run some of these commercials. Even with DJs, there are songs somebody can bring to you and listen. The person wants to pay you whatever. But like, listen, I can't play the song. No. Do you get it? Exactly. So it's the same thing. Unfortunately, when it comes to online, Ghana is far behind. When I say Ghana is far behind, you see, we see so many people online and all that. We think internet penetration is what. But internet penetration in Ghana cannot even be compared to that of Nigeria. Why are you saying this? No, but if you are looking at the numbers and the statistics, internet penetration in Ghana is very low. So we assume that, everybody is online. Not everybody is online. But the challenge is that our authorities are not so much concerned about what's happening online. They are forgetting that the internet and what's happening online is so powerful today. You see how a lot of media houses are now moving away from, they've not moved from their core duties, but now most of the things that go on radio are things that perhaps had actually trended or had actually been broken on the internet. That's true. So now, instead of the media generating the news now, we now fall on what's happening online, then we have a conversation on it. That's true. We are not being the thought leaders or the ones to provoke or get that conversation. Start the conversations, yeah. So now everybody is about trends. That's how come people become so powerful and want to do anything for trend, because that's how they'll get discussed. Let's get back to the advertisement issue I'm talking about. You don't just advertise anything. And that's what some of these influencers need to understand. for me, I've sent a number of tweets out asking whether these influencers actually advertise products because they are being paid or because they believe in the products. And then again, I've asked some of these agencies why they choose specific people for certain advertisements. Do they care about the personalities and their position on certain things, or they just care about the people having numbers and so they can tweet for them?
Maybe they're also looking at their target, the people they reach out to.
You see, let's look at a critical case. Somebody like, I hate to mention his name in some of these conversations, but I need to do that. Look at Bongo Ideas. I mean, a number of people have criticized him, including myself, for some of his tweets and his comments.
Almost all his tweets.
Exactly, which I feel at times are, Nana Benny, please don't share this because I don't want to give him that mileage. You know, in all these, he would tweet, insult whoever, and call people out for whatever. He would describe people's wives as ugly and all that. And the next moment, after all that tweet, you see him advertising for a betting company.
Yes, I think it's, I mean, not giving them that mileage.
Do you get it? Do you think these companies, these betting companies, don't know his position on certain things? But they are still giving him the gigs.
Yes.
Do you get it? So it's not about how they feel or what the person's position is, about the fact that the person can command certain numbers.
Exactly.
That's what we care about.
Yes.
But like I'm saying, we need to understand that you can't just advertise anything, even on the internet. Now, the authorities can actually hold Hajia Bintu for some of these things she's advertising. How can you prove it? And you see, it's quite sad, especially when I look at our women during COVID. I had an experience and I was shocked. You know that I know somebody who doesn't have a flat tummy, but was advertising for flat tummy, and people were calling her consistently like, or the phone they told so I call for froba, or they told so and I was like, are these people serious? You're advertising for flat tummy. One hour advertising, you don't have a flat tummy, but people are still calling you to buy.
That doesn't matter.
No, but it doesn't make sense.
Why? Doesn't matter.
Official.
Should I look in a specific way to actually incite people to look that way?
If I want, you see, the very moment you choose to be an ambassador or a promoter for something, it means you believe in it. Now, you are advertising for flat tummy. The one advertising it has that tummy and it's not flat. So listen, how do you expect me to believe that when I use it, I'm also going to have that flat tummy?
I mean, you're supposed to look at influencers influencing a product to be inspired to get it.
Let me tell you something. The K official, you can best influence a fashion brand. You can best influence music than maybe you influencing a political party, a political conversation.
That's true. Yes.
Because you are well known for that. That's the path you've couched for yourself. So when it has to do with the conversation, I mean, with this morning conversation, why didn't you just call anybody by the roadside? It's basically because you think and believe that I have a certain knowledge about in this conversation. Do you get it? So you can't call somebody who has virtually no idea. I mean, you sorry to use the word fat. Somebody is fat and is advertising for slim tea and whatever.
That's a big disconnect.
It doesn't work that way. We need to apply. So now when you see people are desperate, that's how come they fall for some of these things. If you see Hajia Bintu advertising for some of these potions and saying that, okay, if somebody owes you and you apply the thing on your forehead, I mean, the person will run after you and give you your money. These are charms and all that. Where do they find themselves? Is there a place in law for some of these things? So what can she be charged for?
I wanted to come in here. So with the FDA certification that we all know about, for TV, for radio, we know people they need to go. It has to go through a process to get the certification or the approval. From it needs to be vetted to get the approval to get on these platforms to be advertised to people, to the masses. I have no idea what it entails for social media. Have we looked at that side of it? People marketing on social media, drugs, food, whatever. How are these things she's selling vetted?
You remember that?
Is it approved?
Do you remember that I said that when it comes to the internet, Ghana yada, we are far behind. I mentioned this from the beginning. Now the challenge is that the authorities who are supposed to be doing these things are fast asleep. They are only thinking of the traditional media that they know.
Exactly.
But they are forgetting that the internet is a big marketplace now. People are running advertisements. But let me say this. I think not too long ago, they had a conversation with a number of influencers. I remember Kobe Che was there. So they tried to speak to them about the fact that they can't just advertise anything. But the challenge is, there needs to be more education in this regards. I can sit in the back of my home, create a Facebook page, run advertisements, have a number of people like my page, then I'll start advertising any product.
That's true.
People will call me, I tell them where I can send it to, deliver it to them, take my money. Meanwhile, these products perhaps have not been vetted. They've not gone through the right procedure. So how do you go out there? And that's what I'm saying. It's shocking that you find people rely on some of these things. How do you go and buy perhaps food or a drug or something that's advertised online? You don't know whoever is creating that product. You don't know what has gone through. People are just mixing concoctions and selling to you, and you are buying them because you are desperate for a particular result. And you know, I told you about this flat tummy thing.
Yes.
I told you, listen, until the COVID era, I didn't know that people, especially women, I didn't know women were that desperate. I don't know if people are putting pressure on them to say, listen.
I think it's the pressure. Yes.
It was crazy.
SEO and all that.
It was crazy. I thought the calls that this person was receiving almost every time. I spent just like an hour with this person, and she received close to 40 calls. People inquiring about the product, people sending monies, paying monies before the products are sent to them, and all that. I'm like, are people that desperate? So as a country, we need to take what happens online very serious. We can't just sit back and watch people do that. Looking at Hajia Bintu, yesterday I think she actually apologized.
Yes, let me try and get to the apology she posted on her wall. I want to take this opportunity to apologize to all. I promote products for various brands, and this time my management team and I were negligent in assessing the effects of marketing products that a vendor brought to us. I have no intentions to attract such out of line effect on the general public, myself and my brand. I am sincerely sorry for this act.
You see, when you go ahead to say, somebody says it's okay to say, okay, I'm sorry, but I mean, does that end it? Exactly, does that end it? If this caused any harm to anybody, who will be responsible for that? But you know, there are so many things in my little knowledge in contract law. When you advertise something, generally advertisements are considered as invitation to treat. So invitation to treat in that I've advertised it. Now you would have to come and make an offer. So the fact that I've advertised it doesn't mean that is it. Do you get it?
Yes.
You the onus lies on you. You now take the responsibility as to whether you want to buy it or not. Intimidate my comedy, but now you have the responsibility. Exactly. Do you get it? So when you look at all these things and what she said, that she's sorry and all that, she's advertised it, but the people who went for it, they also have themselves to blame. Do you get it? They also have themselves to blame. How do you go about advertising some of these things? And it's not just Hajia. Listen, these things started not today.
Oh, yes. Yesterday, I was talking to Blessing, and apparently, Blessing says it's been on IG, on TikTok. They are selling these things, but then I think it's become a big issue because of the weight Hajia Bintu carries.
Exactly, it's because it's Hajia, and let's not forget there's been conversations around her for a while now after her interview with delay and all that. So there's that eyeball. So if you advertise anything like this, obviously people are going to drag you for that. And I'm just waiting for the FDA to perhaps release a statement.
That was what I was waiting on.
Because, like I said, anything that has to do with it's Food and Drugs Authority. Do you get it? So anything that has to do with food, drugs, and all that, maybe they can speak to it. But like I said earlier, when it has to do with issues of spirituality, I mean, the churches are selling what they call anointing oil. So do they have approval for that? So you ask yourself, what's the difference between the anointing oil? Maybe that one they don't drink it, so it's not food. Okay. So I don't know where it deals with. It's a product.
It's still a product. It will be applied on your skin, whether you are taking it inside. You are still applying it.
So
are you
applying? So you consider it as a drug?
It's a So
that's why I said that when it comes to spirituality, I don't know where that falls. Whether there's something that falls within their line.
But if you're buying an ointment to apply on your skin to treat a skin rash, and you're buying anointing oil for that same purpose, maybe apply on your skin for something
Issues of religion and spirituality are quite different. You remember when Dampire said that people should not prophesy, all that. Not necessarily they shouldn't prophesy, but when they put fear in people and all that one, it has a place in law. But then when it has to do with spirituality, I buy anointing oil, whatever I want to do with that, that's my personal issue. Do you get it? So spirituality and Food and Drugs Authority, like I was saying, I think there's a line. We need to find out whether it falls under their work or their jurisdiction or not. That's
it would be a conversation I would like to get into.
Yeah, I wish that we could speak to the Food and Drugs Authority to find out if this falls within their line. But like I said, what we advertise online, well, we should stand for something. If you are noted for something, like I said, you can easily promote anything food, anything fashion, because you've carved a niche for yourself in there. But then if it has to do with politics, maybe your say will not that matter. So in quotes,
I understand, get it? Yeah.
Maybe what Sami Jenfi will say will matter more. Maybe what Nana B will say will matter more when it comes to politics. But what you will say when it has to do with maybe something on Blacko or something on any of the artists you work with in Sunyani, it carries weight.
Yes.
Do you get it? So we need to make sure we are creating that particular atmosphere for these conversations, and we need to make sure that whatever we are advertising online, listen, you as an individual also owe yourself a responsibility. Don't just fall for anything. People fall for some of these things because of desperation.
That's true.
People fall for a lot of fraudulent activities because of desperation. Others can actually fall for it genuinely because they assume maybe they were right, they could be negligent. But then others fall for it because of fraudulent means. I receive a number of emails. There are emails that tell me that, you've won $1 million in this promotion that's being held in America and all that. And I know that I have not applied for any competition or I have not applied for anything in America. So why do I click on the link to submit certain details?
It can't be food.
Exactly.
Can't be food.
But you see, people fall for this because they are desperate. Greed. Any money. Do you get it? The person knows that he's not done it. By sending a link, say follow this link.
But they believe in miracles.
These miracles don't happen any longer.
Oh, really?
When
they are no good Samaritans.
Who is sending $1 million? Who is sending that email address? That email, Prophet Jesus or who? It doesn't work that way.
Sinbad says #Rise and Shine. So per what NYDJ is saying, does one need to own a bank before advertising for it?
Does one need to own a bank before advertising for it? I don't know how that's related to what I'm discussing.
I mean, you said for someone to advertise maybe a flat to me, the person should at least have a flat to me.
We are comparing apples to oranges.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah.
Do you get it?
It doesn't add up.
If you want to advertise a bank, you advertise the services of the bank. Do you get it? In advertising the services of the bank, you are in general advertising the bank. But what exactly about the bank are you advertising? If we advertise for maybe a particular bank A, and we say that Charlie customer service is amazing, and then 5, 10, 12, 15 people go there and they come back and say, Charlie, their service is terrible. That's the feedback.
That's true.
It means that the advertisement you ran was wrong. Do you get it?
I get you.
So I don't know what it is. If you have a flat tummy, you can actually advertise for that, and people will believe it. It's easy for people to believe it, especially when they knew your position. If you had a big tummy, and then for a reason or for a particular period, you're advertising that, okay, this is what I'm using, this is what I'm using. Eventually we see the end result. Then we can trust the process and say, listen, it's true. But if we are not seeing any, listen, it doesn't even, when you sit back, it doesn't even make sense.
It makes it more easy
for somebody to convince. Exactly.
Yes, to influence people to get a product. If the product or the item, the thing you're selling yourself can be a living testimony. People can look at you and relate with it. We have a quick break to get into, but then over Frame, you call me, and if you have anything at all to say, what we've discussed so far regarding to advertising, some of these products or some services, looking at influencers and some of the gigs they take, the center line or the center stage being Hajia Bintu's issue. She's apologized for, but then is the apology enough? Does it end there? what happens afterwards? FDA or still social media is not that powerful a tool for them to look at. We'll be back very soon.
From quenching your thirst when you need it most to satisfying your hunger. From snacking to the happy hours with friends. The boys meetups, the girls hangouts, and through all celebrations. In all situations, you go for your favorite beverage. They've served you well through the year. It is time to reward them. The 7th Ghana Beverage Awards is happening live at the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra, on the 21st of April 2023 at 6 p.m. sharp. Come witness your favorite beverage win an award. Attendance is strictly by invitation. The Ghana Beverage Awards is in partnership with the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ghana Tourism Authority, Consumer Protection Agency, Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, Food Research Institute, CSIR, and our media partners, BFT, Daily Guide, Nisim FM, Bolga and Tamale, Happy FM, YFM, Ghana Web, CTFM, ETV Ghana, MX24, and NYDJLive.com. Ghana Beverage Awards, inspiring excellence in Ghana's beverage industry.
Your breakfast got served with swag. Stay awake, rise and shine on YFM 102.5.
On a lighter note, producer is asking us, how can someone without beard advertise for a beard, growing products?
I had a message from a friend, Richard. Richard says, Charlie, the other day Caesar, bald-headed like myself, was advertising for a hair growth essence.
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I said, Sebi Obia or Rosso. Now, Tom Roswell drew or Kem. Do you get it? How do you convince
someone no my beko?
Someone no my beko. Now they don't know the encoy.
It's like going to a fetish priest to be enriched. You know?
We say, why is the Lotto doctor not rich? Maybe there are a number of things that do not really make sense. Like they do not tell you.
Welcome back to the radio. I'm here with NYDJ. We are trying to discuss to a level where we have power over. Because lately, if you don't want to hear no one can baby also kind you have issues for that. So we really wanted to get some officials from the FDA to get into this, but I'm sure this can be slated for another day, so we get into it and have a proper discussion on some of these things, how they approve, what goes into it. And I think there's something else people need to hear, because if you listen to some of the ads on YFM, like you were mentioning, the ones that have to do with drugs or that has to do with food and all that, if it's verified or approved, it has a number.
Exactly.
So you hear the number being mentioned after. It's being said that FDA approved. The number will be given FDA blah 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 blah. That means you can check, verify.
Exactly, you can verify from FDA to know that
if it's really they've approved of this drug for people to be using it. So we'll try and get into that. But then we're still with Hajia Bintu's issue. We're wrapping up on this one though. Medical. Tweeted, allow Hajia Bintu to do her business. If you no go buy the product, just pass. Well, people have varied views with this one. Some are saying, like he said at the tail end, like you also said early on, it lies with you.
Of course, as
whether
an
you are
individual,
buying or not, or whether you are convinced enough to buy.
You have a choice.
Or not. Yes, the choice lies with you. To buy or not to buy. Let's make like 2 calls on people who have stuff to say about this conversation, because we're moving into the next one. Very interesting one. 0246 807 545 0246 807 545. Hajia Bintu and what she's been selling now Tontona. We know a more love pushing charm now, and people are complaining about it. Actually looking at the people she reaches out to, her followers and all that. Hello, welcome to YFM. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Labista.
Your name is
Labista.
Labista, talk to me. What do you have to say regards to what we're discussing?
All right, bro. Like, I want to promote a song, and I was asking for the prices.
Oh, okay. So you can call the line after the show, so we talk. Right?
All right.
0246-807-54 Ubian in the house. Please, any other matters can wait. Right now, let's just talk to what is actually on board. Hello, welcome to YFM. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Dixon, calling from Roman Hill.
All right, talk to me. Hajia Bintu and what she's been selling, or you want to actually look at a broader discussion as to things that influencers influence and all that.
Yeah, more or less in link or broader discussion, it all boils down to the same point. You see, Hajia Bintu and the advertisement she did yesterday or where it started. You see, most people, especially the ladies, we the guys, we can see and declare our stand.
Okay.
Me, I don't need it. I'll pass by. But the majority are very pro. And once it's coming from Hajia Bintu, let me go for it. So majority are like they will fall for it. So we should be careful and stop looking at it as if like everybody.
You don't need any side chick. You want to be the main chick. You don't want competition. When you say do as I say, so obi dey look up. What the sun is sound person of the mouth. Me how me well. For do as I say. Fire with them and answer omomas. That's it. On one of these can be real. Under 30 minutes or very well without it. And now come up. Pack and stay. You defy your abdomen. Then come for power sweat your abdomen. It's actually so rich. And you can come power sweat. You can have the power. Or forehead, no matter to crack. Hard dress, come on, what's this? You won't put a fish up on something on the trail. And they give you when you love and play. The only answer you rub it in your pants. How was like a crack? You touch the person. You are good to go. Love me alone. The only answer, what is the power switch? Another power abdomen. They are one more relationship. So although you don't need any side chick, you want to be the main chick. You don't want competition. Where is you do as I say? So obi dey look up. What the sun is sound person of the mouth. Me how me well. For do as I say. Fire with.
Okay, yes, we are back. YFM 102.5, Rise and Shine still. Apologies for the short break in transmission. Yaba, we are back. So let's pick this final call on this conversation and move on to the next one. Welcome. What's your name?
The name is Bilal Yusuf.
Your name is?
Bilal Yusuf.
Okay, so talk to me. Where are you calling from?
I'm reaching you from Kwabre Kasem.
Okay, so what do you want to say with regards to what we are discussing this morning? Hajia Bintu and influencers with what they influence.
Okay. I have a little thing to say. MYDD.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, he's here. Hello? Oh, I think we lost him. And then Kabe attacking MYDD now.
Maybe he wants to address me or something.
Exactly. All right, sure. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So there's this trend that has become very, very common of late. It used to be on the low, and it used to be funny. When it started, it used to be very funny. Oh, so this person is walking around, looking like this person. Oh, and then people are, hailing them. Hey, oh, you're Kwame Eugene. Hey, Kwame Eugene look alike. Kiddy look alike. I remember, I think 2 years ago, Ike's Cafe, there was a meet and greet organized for Kiddy, and I hosted it. So right after we were done, Kiddy did a few songs, performed a few songs, got off the stage to go change and come back. This guy comes from nowhere, dressed up just like Kiddy. Just like Kiddy, walks to me that he's Kiddy lookalike and he wants to perform.
Interesting.
So, like I said, when it starts, when it begins like this, it's funny. You just want to, So I gave him the microphone. He went on stage. His mannerisms, his voice was not just as Kiddy's voice, but then he was trying to sound like Kiddy, move like Kiddy, like gestures, what Diane T, everything. That was when Kiddy had a blonde, hair and all that. And like I'm saying, when it started that way, we thought it was funny, But then, right now, the trend, it's like every artist in Ghana now has a lookalike. Yesterday, I saw Strongman's lookalike. I saw Kwesiate's lookalike.
Yeah,
I saw Kwame MP's lookalike.
I think I saw it as
well. There's already been Kiddy. I think Kiddy now has 2 lookalikes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, Kwame Eugene has 2 now.
Wow.
Kim Promise has 1. The Sarkodie's lookalike, right now they are like 2 or 3 now.
There's Mr. Drew.
Mr. Drew lookalike now. I have a question for them personally, if I should get to talk to one of them. And we are trying to raise the Kiddy lookalike, the one I'm talking about. His name is Kel Jr. He's also pursuing music now after walking in the shadows of Kiddy. Now, this is what we are talking about. Lookalikes, I know elsewhere, people specifically book them when they can afford the main artist for some shows elsewhere. It's happened so many times. People have been sued. Remember Anoche Supremo and Lumba?
Yeah.
Yes. He actually was walking around with the name, is it Young Lumba? Something like that. Yeah. Baby, something like that. And there was a lawsuit against that because apparently people were booking him to perform at events when they couldn't afford Lumba or couldn't reach Lumba, because you know how hard it is to reach Daddy. I want to ask you, what do you think about these lookalikes and the ones? It's okay to look like. There are celebrities out there that have a lot of lookalikes. Beyonce has some, almost all of them.
Yeah.
But then if the person now tries to ply the trade and live in the image as the person. I saw a video of the Kwame Eugene lookalike performing at an event he was booked for.
Yeah.
What's your take on this issue?
Okay, so like you said, it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong to look like somebody. Naturally, there are people who look like others, and it's quite understandable. It's normal. There are others who also put in effort to look like other people. They have their own intentions. When it comes to issues of crime and all that, one thing that is looked at is intent. There's a difference between intent and motive. Now, what do you want to achieve? Why exactly do you want to look like Kwame Eugene? Why exactly do you want to look like Kiddy? Why do you want to look like Mr. Drew? These are things that you get to consider. Like, let's not forget, I've said that it's not wrong to look like somebody. Now, the very moment you decide to live in the image of somebody, a hard-won reputation, a hard-earned image that somebody might have made for himself, and go ahead to exploit it economically.
Yes, to profiteer.
To the detriment of the other party.
Exactly.
Then there's a problem here. Do you get it? Now, I don't have any problem with these guys who are going about and looking like Kwame Eugene and all that. But again, let's not forget, I told about the fact that the very moment you want to live in the image of the person and want to economically gain to the detriment of the other party, the original party, you are committing an offense here. Yes. Now, let's look at these people. One, some of them are actually carrying the names of these artists already. Kiddy Jr., Kwame, I mean, and there's a problem there in the first place. Why do you want to possess that name? Why do you want to use that name? Yes, people cannot trademark those names and say, okay, so nobody can name the kid Kwame Eugene. No. People can name their children Kwame Eugene, Kiddy, whatever. But the very moment you want to walk in that image that somebody has worked hard for,
to impersonate the person,
you see, impersonation itself is criminal.
Yes.
Let's not forget, if you look like somebody and you go about your normal duties and found would do baby for hey Kiddy, you just wave a move. You are not impersonating the person. You are just living your life because that's who you are. But the very moment somebody books you and the person is booking you thinking that you are the original person, or you go ahead and let the person think that you are the original person and you get booked, you go in that instance, a crime has been committed. Because that's where the lawyers will say defrauding by false pretense.
Yes.
You are letting you are portraying yourself as somebody you are not. That's impersonation in itself. Do you get it? So you don't go ahead doing that, portraying yourself as somebody who you are not and getting or gaining economic gains out of that. That's crime in itself in the first place. Then again, you get to the other part where these people go on stages and perform the songs of these artists. When they go ahead and perform the songs of these artists, who gave you the right to perform these songs to earn money out of them? You see, elsewhere in the establishments where or geographical locations where things are well regulated, when Davido wants to play a show at the O2 Arena, he will submit a list of the songs he's performing.
Yes.
If he's going to perform a song that maybe belongs to Sarkodie, there's a performance right.
Yes.
That the venue holder actually takes out of his money and is paid to Sarkodie's Royalty Collection Society. Yes. But in Ghana, you have these artists or these people who are living in the images of these artists who have worked hard for them, go on these platforms, perform their songs to be paid in exchange of being paid. If they are doing that for just the fun of it, they are not being paid.
Yes.
The people know that, oh, it's just a look-alike. That is quite understandable.
Yeah.
But the very moment they do that in the exchange of being paid, then there's a problem because you are denying these artists the economic gains that they could make. Now, in this case, people are saying, how come these artists are not suing them? How come none of them is talking about
why
it?
Why are they not suing them? Why? Sarkodie went ahead to post a video with all of them in there, even himself, Sarkodie, with one person looking like him in there. I think Mr. Drew, some of them have been openly...
I think he made a post and said that he's been trying to reach out to his friends for the tour and all that, but since they are not available, then...
And Kim Promise lookalike says Kim Promise bought him a phone and all that. So why are they not suing them?
When this thing started, it started as intriguing. Like he said, it was fun.
Yes, oh yeah.
We're all liking it, like having fun with it. But the very moment it graduates, it moves beyond that. And now these people are causing harm to these talents, the original talents. That's when the talents can actually put it up or pick it up. Now, the onus lies on these people. If you are suing them, what are you suing them for?
Impersonation.
That is only if you are able to prove that this person used my image and likeness to actually defraud somebody, to make somebody think that it is me that they are dealing with.
They are going on interviews.
Almost
everywhere.
No, when they go on these interviews, what do they say? Do they say, I am Kim Promise? Or they say, I am Kim Promise Jr.?
Kim Promise Jr.
So when they say I am Kim Promise Jr., how are you going to hold them responsible for what?
The name Kim Promise is someone else's
It's
image.
Not trademarked. It's somebody's image. Somebody has worked hard to create that image. You can live in that image. But then if they are going on interviews and everybody knows that these are not the original Kim Promise, it's not the original that.
Not everybody knows.
You see, that's why the hosts or these people who are inviting them have it as a responsibility to let the people know that we don't have these original people here. Do you get it? I remember way back, I think Radio Mercury or something. Abeku Santana did something. I think it was a holiday. They had just started Radio Mercury, and back then there was one station that was powerful. So they also wanted to do something to get the people talking, and they faked in somebody. They said they were going to have an interview with, I think, that the Lumba or something. Back then, that the Lumba too was in Germany, and they said they were going to have an interview with that the Lumba, and said they hyped the interview like back then online was not that for somebody to have seen say Lumba or Germany no better then for him to react immediately. So they had made noise and all that. So on the day, and Lumba that time, Charlie, and so they had made all the noise, and then on the day they activate the phone and they start speaking to somebody who says he's Lumba, he speaks like Lumba, he does everything like Lumba. Now everybody's like, yay! And what they did was just to get the attention for themselves as a radio station, as a media house and all that. Now the very moment you do that, you've caused a serious challenge. Lumba had an issue with them. It became a big problem. Impersonation, because you made the people feel that you were speaking to Lumba, but that was not Lumba.
Yes, under pretense,
exactly.
Making them believe.
That's what I'm saying, that when they go on these media tours, when they go on these radio interviews, it needs to be said that you don't have the original Kwame Eugene or don't have the kitty here. These are the people who are living in their image and likeness. Do you get it? That's what I'm saying, that these artists, original artists, can only sue them when they realize that, okay, these people are causing harm to our images. And you need to be able to prove that, yes, indeed, they are causing harm to your image, the image that you've created. I think during COVID, one of the villages, one of the small towns had, I think, an issue. And the issue was that they booked someone thinking it was Kwame Eugene.
Yeah, I remember that issue.
They booked someone thinking it was Kwame Eugene, and then Kwame Eugene didn't show up. And this look-alike Kwame Eugene also didn't turn up. Wow. So the people got angry and started speaking, and they came on radio and they said they booked Kwame Eugene for the interview, and Kwame Eugene was not aware of this. So the management was like, who did you book? Like, who did you talk to and all that? So they realized that it wasn't Kwame Eugene that they booked. So in this case, if they knew who exactly they booked and they could reach out to the person, the organizers could sue him under false pretense, defrauding. Do you get it? Kwame Eugene as management could also sue this individual. So like I'm saying, it all boils down to your ability to prove that this person is causing me, one, economic hardships. Because of him, I'm not able to get what I'm supposed to get. Or then again, you should be able to prove that this person is causing harm to my image. He's denting my image.
Or stealing from you.
Or stealing. You should be able to prove it. That's the only issue. You should be able to prove it. Now, are artists ready to go that mile?
Okay.
That's the challenge.
All right.
For me, I want to establish it. Looking like somebody is no crime. Looking like somebody is no evil. But the very moment you want to profit off their image and likeness, something they work hard for, and the very moment you actually want to deny them of what is deserving of them,
what they are due,
by dint of performing their music, which you don't even have the rights to, performing their music in exchange of being paid or whatever other benefits, then there's cause to be worried.
Adam says, that is the rapper we know. Adam says, what a country. You book a look-alike to sing songs that someone toiled all their life to perfect as a craftsman. And bloggers who posting for free are the same people who take money to promote those who worked hard the my products. SMH, shaking my head. So that's the other angle too. These bloggers, when they are promoting songs for the artist, are taking money, but then they see this one to be comical, so they post it freely. So like NY is saying, as it stands now, they can still enjoy their fame as being lookalikes of these celebrities, but then where they are trying to profit of talent, I mean these talents they are looking like and all that is where they can be taken up or they can be sued.
And let me add one thing. I think it's important that we also look at it critically, because we live in a country where we are often reactive. We wait for the things to happen before we actually react. I think it's important that these people are made to know the repercussions of their actions. If they know what they could be falling or putting themselves into, I'm sure they will act right. Do you get it? I saw they've actually put together a song.
Yes,
these guys have put together a song. Now, exactly. Now, if they are going to be booked, how are they going to be booked? Booked as Kwame Eugene lookalike, Kiddy lookalike. There's even a medical lookalike.
Yes.
I mean,
plenty.
How are they? And that's becoming a job for them. How are they going to be booked?
I really wish we could speak to some of them and ask them.
So for me, I think they just need to understand where they find themselves, what they are doing, and if they know how to apply,
then they should know their boundaries.
Exactly. That would be safe, because our industry is not grown that much in America and elsewhere. There's an industry for that.
Yes, look alike.
Yes, there's an industry for that. There's a whole band, I think, in the US or the UK that perform songs of particular artists, and because they are registered, they are booked and all that, there are royalties, there are payments that go to the original artist and all that. It's established, it's well structured. But in Ghana, there's no structure like that. So in the end, you rather harm these artists or prevent them from making what is due them.
Yes. Good morning to our general manager, Mahoney. Mahoney had a lot to say about this. We're back after the break.
Then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions
and send tweets,
where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Hey, I do Dubai promo. So, who will you go to Dubai with? There's only one slot. Will it be Mom?
Of course. Who else will you take?
Or Poppy?
It has to be me.
Or B.
Kwesi, darling. If you pick me to Dubai,
it is always near I do Dubai promo here. Who would you choose?
Your favorite milk is taking you and a special someone to Dubai in the ideal Sochi Sad to Dubai promo. Just spill, text, and you could win this and other exciting prizes. This advert is FDA approved.
So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
My name is Diana Hamilton, VGMA Artist of the Year 2021 and brand ambassador of Awake Purified Drinking Water. I am super excited to partner with Ghana's first charity-driven water to give back to our communities. Awake is a brand that makes a difference. We impact the world around us. That is why for every bottle of Awake water you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. Yes, every time you quench your thirst with a refreshing bottle of Awake, you're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life. Supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
From quenching your thirst when you need it most to satisfying your hunger. From snacking to the happy hours with friends. The boys meetups, the girls hangouts. And through all celebrations, in all situations, you go for your favorite beverage. They've served you well through the year. It is time to reward them. The 7th Ghana Beverage Awards is happening live at the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra, on the 21st of April 2023 at 6 p.m. sharp. Come witness your favorite beverage win an award. Attendance is strictly by invitation. The Ghana Beverage Awards is in partnership with the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ghana Tourism Authority, Consumer Protection Agency, Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, Food Research Institute, CSIR, and our media partners, BFT, Daily Guide, Nisim FM, Bolga and Tamale, Happy FM, YFM, Ghana Web, CTFM, ETV Ghana, MX24, and NYDJLive.com. Ghana Beverage Awards, inspiring excellence in Ghana's beverage industry.
Fancy apple cider.
Taste it, you're refreshing.
Richie on the beat, nah. Looking for like that.
All right, so we are back, wrapping up very soon. We have 6 minutes to be here. NY is still in the studio. We're discussing something else, you know, that goes beyond just the lookalikes performing songs. Even if you have a song with somebody and you go on stage to perform the song, the person has to enjoy some performance, you know.
Some royalties and all
that. But a lot of people do not know this.
I mean, it doesn't really work in Ghana because obviously our structures and all that. That's how come when you want these Americans and UK acts perform at certain events, they perform their part of the song and they move to the next.
Yes, okay.
Because the very moment you are performing your part and that of the other person, that's a performance right. So there are a lot of things that has to do with music. There's mechanical rights, there's performance rights, there's economic. There are so many things. So people benefit of all these. That's how come they make a lot of money. But we just care about, say, I could stream maybe a coins be from there, and then my co performing many stuff from there, and maybe endorsements. But when you break it down with performance right, that's why it's even difficult for people to do features now, because the very moment you do feature and you're uploading to any of these platforms, they need to know, you need to clear it. You need to know who featured on it, who wrote the song, the songwriters. They all need to be listed, so they are all benefiting from the money you are making from the stream. Do you get it? So if you are making $1,000 online and then the song was written by you and other parties, and then the producer is also listed in there, other people who are on the vocals are also listed in there, they are all getting their part of that $1,000. Wow. That's how it's supposed to be structured. Do you get it? So there's a lot, especially in Ghana there.
I think I need to talk to, Blacko and ask if Burna Boy has been giving him that money.
Burna Boy doesn't necessarily need to give Blacko the cash. The systems are such that the very moment they are played and all that, if you are signed to a royalty collection society,
it will be done on your behalf.
Myself, I'm signed to BMI.
Okay.
So when a song like CB Shy is played perhaps in the UK or elsewhere, is used for any advertisement or anything, BMI will act on my behalf.
That's nice.
So at the end of the day, I can sit back and check through the statement and know where the song is being played, what the song has been used for, and the money that was accrued from that.
Okay.
Get it?
I think this conversation, like I say all the time, it's broader than we think. So we'll be getting into a bits and bits, or one day we just open it up for just that and talk about it. Lux Light Perfume Deodorant Premier be going home for 2 days. Nijina home be home for 2 separate days. And remember Diana was Storm Runwell Legend. A man being obsession instant crash and a mademoiselle. Or temptation for man and money meaning in a to phone a call in very cosmetics a doom. Paul Segal and Z-Way Cosmetics were doom. Omoni A Life Edin Shanimu. Over Steven Body Cosmetics and Dr. Mensa. China More I inside Kumasi. It's me call Lux Light for Nankasanching. Omo Doom Upseed Prudential Plaza first floor, Mrs. and Noche Plaza Fred. 0248 315 258 0248 315 258 0248 315 258 and at 0240 150 0240152204. I beg your pardon. 0240152204. 0240152204. Open Labs, formerly known as NIIT, is a leading name in quality IT education. Open Labs is fully equipped with a wide and comprehensive collection of education programs that touches the lives of numerous market segments. Our programs include diploma in software development, diploma in networking administration, and diploma in digital design. We also offer certificate in cybersecurity, data analytics, graphic design, robotics, management information systems, cloud computing, social media marketing, and content development, CCNA, full stack, and CISA. Our ATHE school offers level 3 information and digital technologies and level 4 and 5 computing. Head us up 0289 559 991 0289 559 991 0289 559 991 and 0289 120 680 0289 120 680. Location Stadium Square, close to the Freeman Junction, around Unity Oil. Alright, that's what time will allow us to do today. Learned so much. And I'm sure you out there also have learned something with regards to, well, stuff. I mean, influencers advertise on platforms like social media and all that. And also looking at the issues with lookalikes. Oh, they can be walking around freely, you know, and enjoying the attention and fame that comes with looking like some personalities or celebrities. But the moment where they are being booked as these superstars or as these entertainers for events, that, I mean, cease to take money away from, I mean, the people they look like, the original, I mean, names or the people we know. That is where the issue comes in. That is where they can be sued. That is where they can be arrested or get into trouble for that. I mean, people were starting to get worried. Myself, yes, I was starting to get worried. Like, this is being too much, and they are all over the place.
Yeah, but I think the media as well needs to. We need to tone down on the mileage we are giving them. Exactly, because I mean, you see, when you are interviewing a kiddie lookalike for what?
So a kiddie.
No, or kiddie in our interview. No, how relevant is that to the people who listen to you?
We are in a country where people are being interviewed because they have big breasts. So
you see, so these are the challenges the media also. We also have a problem.
Yes, we are count. That's very true.
So
very,
who interviewing for them? Say Osekidi into the end.
Osekwami.
Obi and them kind. And them guys are bonyum no the bro say I say promote here. You're asking say ontia or paint you are asking say ontia. But Obi now or seminar say be onya the papa bia no the other number now say on make kasa on kasa nje den.
For the mileage.
Do you get it? So at times we also have a responsibility. From the start I said it, we owe it as a responsibility to protect our audience, educate them, entertain them. But we just need to we don't want to take responsibility. We always want to look outside and see what others are doing wrong. But ourselves as media people, we don't sit back to look at it. Internet time be our media's friends, the personality salaries, then their terms of conditions, their conditions of service, then they are terrible. But they are not speaking. Nobody is speaking for them. We are always speaking about doctors, nurses, salaries who are bad, they say poor, they say. But radio presenters need DJs, need those people in the media when they come as a mom. We are always amplifying that of others. We want to see others get better. By our conditions, Papa, are we speaking about ourselves? Because we are always looking outside and not looking within. The challenges we face as media people, nobody talks about that for us. The things we say, media personalities feel we don't want to listen to anybody. We don't want to take feedback. Even if we take the feedback, how do we work with it?
We don't.
These are things media, and also at times we need to sit back and also understand. Say, we also have a problem. That's why YFM, for instance, almost every 2 weeks or a month, reviews. We sit back and we discuss. They will ask me, okay, and now they ask ourselves, okay, Rise and Shine, what do you think is not going well? We do all these reviews. We do peer reviews. Did you get it? So we get to understand that let's see a way to go about it. That's how the media is also supposed to work. When was the bride in a high wine?
Thank you so much for listening. Next week we come through again with other topics, and that would excite you. Topics you'd want to hear from and also contribute.